Okay, what's up my friends? This is John Baruti from Baruti Success. Had some technical difficulties, that's why you see darkness in the back instead of my beautiful backyard, but I apologize for that. You see the stupid lights, but again, I digress. So, another impromptu video, going straight to you, no editing, straight through, so obviously I make mistakes, it is what it is. The main reason I'm making this is because of obviously COVID-19, Mr. Coronavirus. A lot of friends reaching out, asking, we're trying to put our heads together. Okay, so we're basically out of business, or we're doing very little business, and we're, sheltering in place. So as the world's crashing around us, how do we pay our bills as business people? In all different kind of businesses, right? The government's been promising that, hey, we're going to give you guys loans, we're going to forgive them, this and that. So I just wanted to go over some possibilities of how to get through this. So I reached out to a couple of my loan friends in the business, and this is basically what I got. So there's two types of loans that are being given out, right? The first, forgive my laptop, the first is the disaster relief from the SBA. This, if you went through Sandy, you'd be very familiar with, right? Basic loan, no more than 4%. They're not as stringent checking, your financials and stuff. They just want to know that you've been in business, that you've, have a going business for the last, for at least a year. So this loan you could do online. It's the disasterloan.sba.gov. Okay, so that's the first one. You go on there, you try to apply. It is frustrating. It does kick you off. It does crash. I read an article that a woman out in the middle of the United States, they owned like 27 hair cutting places. I'm not sure if it was Minnesota, but regardless, she was trying to apply for a $2.7 million loan so they can keep their businesses and their employees going. She was up until 3 o'clock in the morning trying to submit. She finally got it through at 4 a.m. So that being said, tenacity, right? Keep trying. I know it's going to be frustrating. I know, you're like, what the F? I can't believe I have to go through this. But again, just like through Sandy, it is what it is. Be tenacious. Keep trying. It will go through. And then, hopefully 3 to 4 weeks, you'll get some money. The other way, which is the newest way, it's the CARE Act, the one they just passed today. The CARE Act is a little different, right? So that one is going to be, I think, a little easier. You're going to go to your whoever you bank with, TD, Wells Fargo, Community Bank. As long as they're an SBA approved lender, you can go directly to them. And what they're going to do is, again, they're going to give you a loan, no personal guarantees, no you have to put up assets, none of that, right? For small businesses under 500 employees, you can borrow up to 10 million, and then there's going to be certain criteria that you're going to meet over the next 6 months. And as long as you meet that criteria, which basically is you've paid your mortgage, you've paid your utility bills, you've paid your employees. That's the key. You've paid your employees. You haven't laid anybody off. If you've laid somebody off at this point, don't freak out. You can still rehire them. They don't need to work, right? Let's say you're like, I don't understand, John. I'm a hairdresser. None of my people can work. They don't have to work. You can furlough them, which means you pay them to stay home, right? Now you're like, why would I get a loan for that? I'm going to tell you why. Because the government is going to forgive, yes, I said forgive, the loan. As long as there's certain requirements. So when you go talk to your banker, make sure you write down. They're giving them instructions over the weekend. They should be ready to roll Monday morning with these loans. So make sure you call your loan or your bank Monday, or go. My suggestion is go in, because they're going to be bombarded, and start the process, right? So as long as you fulfill certain requirements, they're going to forgive the whole or partial of the loan, depending. There are certain parameters, certain things that you have to do. Again, mortgages, rents, have to pay them. Old debt, if it's, if you have other loans outstanding, have to pay them and stay current. Employees, you have to put your employees back on the books, and they need to be paid through, I think it's 6 months. I'm not positive. It was 3 months. I think the new bill is 6 months. Check with your lender, they'll tell you. And then as long as you fulfill those requirements, they will forgive the loan. That's terrific. Why are they doing that? Well, obviously, they don't want people to go on unemployment. For the stress people are going to put on the unemployment, they figure, let's do this, keep the small businesses going, let them pay their bills, let them pay their mortgages. They don't want people foreclosing, right? They don't want people not paying their landlords. They don't want people not working. So all these things, it helps, right? And at the end, like I said, they're going to forgive the loan. This is big. This is really, really big. It's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm telling you that right now. I deal with TD and Wells Fargo. The person I talked to today his name is Ryan Reese. He's awesome. He's like a loan person that I've been dealing with for forever. And he's going to walk through all this with me. And like I said, if you don't have a relationship with the bank, my suggestion is to get a relationship with a bank, either it be TD or Wells Fargo or Bank of America or one of the banks in your neighborhood, a community bank. Go and do that, because it's going to be the difference between closing your business forever and staying in business for the next 3 to 6 months, which we all know we're going to get through this, right? It's coronavirus. We all know it's serious. We all know it's deadly. I personally know at least 3 to 4 people that have not personally have people pass away, but my friends have had friends that have passed away from this. So it's serious. It really, really is. So please, the whole point of the video is a quick one. It's to explain to you guys, there's a lot of information flying out there. My suggestion to get more information, I went to a bunch of websites, but I found out the uschamber.com was the best for the information. It was very concise. It was for small businesses. It basically explained everything that I said. There's much more in it, right? So they're also going to be forgiving certain portions of your payroll taxes, which is big. There's a lot in this bill, right? And as a small business owner, you need to go get every part of it. So you stay in business, you stay strong. I know I preach saving money, and this isn't the time. It's hard for us to even pay our bills, so I get it. But go for one of these programs. Now, there are suggestions that you don't do both loans. My suggestion is apply for both loans. We don't know how long it's going to take. We don't know which one's going to come first. We don't know if you're going to get denied. I don't know any of that, right? My suggestion, apply for both. It's better to have more than less. I know that sounds greedy. It is not. These are tough times. They really are. So go get the money. Even if you get a loan and not the loan that turns into a grant, it's money that's going to keep you alive until this all floats through. And then the interest rate is no higher than 4%, and it can be amortized over 30 years. It's still great, and my suggestion is to do both and see what you get and see which one you get first. All right, so I just wanted to reach out to you guys. I know a lot of my business friends watch my channel, which I appreciate. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell, and hit the notification bell so you see when I do more of these. I love doing them. So I appreciate you guys. Stay safe. These are definitely trying times. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Ask any questions. If I can answer them, I certainly will. If you want to know who I deal with loan-wise, I can certainly give you that information. You can call them, and they can help you out. All right, guys? So I'll see you on the next one. I hope this was good value for you. Take care.